6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The foreign minister at a meeting with his Iranian counterpart in Islamabad has said Pakistan will continue its reconciliatory efforts for peace and reducing tension in the region. The Chinese Vice President will arrive in Islamabad on Sunday on a two-day official visit to Pakistan. The International Monetary Fund says its program for Pakistan will expedite the economic progress and bring improvement in the social sector. The Minister for Planning has underscored the importance of greater connectivity to stimulate regional economic cooperation. The British Prime Minister has announced to step down on the 7th of next month. In Afghanistan, 3 people were killed in a bomb explosion at a mosque in Kabul today. And now the news in detail. The Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif called on Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today and discussed Pakistan-Iran bilateral relations. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi was also present on the occasion. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan will continue its reconciliatory efforts for ensuring peace and stability and reducing tension in the region. He was speaking during the delegation-level talks between Pakistan and Iran in Islamabad today. Shah Mahmood Qureshi led the Pakistan side, while the Iranian delegation was headed by the Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said tension in the region is in no one's interest. He said Pakistan wants resolution of all outstanding issues through diplomatic engagement. He said all the stakeholders need to demonstrate patience and tolerance. The Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif said his country gives value to Pakistan's efforts for establishing peace in the region. Expressing satisfaction over the implementation on the decisions made during Prime Minister Imran Khan's recent visit to Iran, the two sides agreed to continue cooperation on bilateral matters. The Iranian Foreign Minister Dr. Mohammad Javad Zarif called on the Speaker National Assembly Asad Kaisar in Islamabad today and discussed ways and means to further intensify Pakistan-Iran bilateral relations besides forging unity amongst the Muslim Ummah. The Speaker underlined the importance the people and the government of Pakistan attaches to the long-standing brotherly relations between the two countries. He reiterated Pakistan's support for Joint Comprehensive Plan, which represents an excellent example of negotiated settlement of complex issues through diplomacy and dialogue. The Iranian Foreign Minister thanked the Speaker for his sentiments and said Iran has special affection for the Pakistani brethren and strongly believes in the need for further strengthening of these relations. The Vice President of China, Wang Shishan, will arrive in Islamabad on Sunday on a two-day official visit to Pakistan. During the visit, the Chinese Vice President will call on President Dr. Arif Alvi and have a separate meeting with Prime Minister Imran Khan. Pakistan and China will sign memoranda of understanding and agreements and inaugurate projects to enhance bilateral cooperation in a broad range of areas. The visit of the Chinese Vice President underscores the vitality of the time-tested and all-weather relationship between Pakistan and China. The spokesperson for the International Monetary Fund, Jerry Rice, says IMF program will economically strengthen Pakistan. In an online briefing to journalists, he said the IMF program will expedite economic progress and bring improvement to the social sector, human development, and infrastructure in the country. He said debt burden of Pakistan will also get lessened through the IMF program. Jerry Rice said the International Monetary Fund wants economic reforms in Pakistan. This is Radio Pakistan. The Minister for Planning and Reforms, Makhdoom Khusro Bakhtiar, has underscored the importance of greater connectivity to stimulate regional economic cooperation. He was talking to the ambassador of Tajikistan, Ismatullah Nasruddin, who called on him in Islamabad today. Talking about CASA 1000, the minister said Pakistan gives great priority to timely completion of the project as it will meet its energy needs. He said Pakistan is willing to go ahead with the initiative if there is a trilateral agreement between Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Tajikistan. Speaking on the occasion, Tajikistan ambassador said his country is looking forward to further expand bilateral cooperation with Pakistan in various areas, including trade and energy. The advisor to the Prime Minister on Finance, Revenue and Economic Affairs, Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh, says Pakistan offers friendly environment where investment and American businessmen should benefit of these investment opportunities. Talking to the American ambassador Paul W. Jones in Islamabad today, he said Pakistan has a long history of relationship with the United States and both the sides need to further promote linkages between the two peoples. The ambassador reiterated that economic and commercial relations between the two countries need to be further strengthened. Both the sides emphasized to restructure bilateral ties and focus on promoting private sector and investment relationship. The Law Minister, Barrister Farooq Naseem, says Pakistan wants peace in the region, which can be attained only through dialogue and peaceful resolution of the Kashmir issue. Talking to the Japanese ambassador Kuninori Matsuda in Islamabad today, he said Pakistanis never resorted to bashing India even during the general elections. He invited the Japanese ambassador to meet the business community in Pakistan to upgrade economic relations between the two countries to a new level. The Japanese ambassador said there are a number of areas where Japan and Pakistan can collaborate in addition to automobile industry. At the United Nations, Pakistan's permanent ambassador, Dr. Mali Halodi, has urged the UN Security Council to resolve the long-standing conflicts on its agenda, including Kashmir and Palestine. Speaking during an open council debate on protection of civilians in armed conflicts, she said the Indian occupation forces are continuing human rights violations in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In occupied Kashmir, thousands of people participated in the funeral prayers of prominent martyred Mujahid commander Zakir Musa in Taral area of Pulwama district today. According to Kashmir Media Service, thousands of people from different parts of Pulwama district and its adjoining areas reached Noorpura area of Taral and attended the last rites of Zakir Musa, defying curfew and other restrictions and braving incessant rains. Meanwhile, a spontaneous shutdown was observed in the Kashmir Valley and in Banihal town of Ramban district in Jammu region to register protests against the killings. The chairman of all parties, Hurriyat Conference, Sayyid Ali Gilani, and other Hurriyat leaders, in their statements issued in Srinagar, paid rich tributes to Zakir Musa. The British Prime Minister Theresa May has announced to quit as Conservative leader on the 7th of next month, paving the way for a contest to decide a new Prime Minister. In a statement from 10 Downing Street, she said she has done her best to honor the 2016 European Union referendum result. She said it would remain a matter of deep regret that she was unable to deliver Brexit. Theresa May said she will continue to serve as the Prime Minister until a Conservative leadership contest takes place. In Afghanistan, 3 people, including a member of the National Ulema Council, Samiullah Rehan, have been killed and at least 20 others wounded in a bomb explosion at a mosque in Kabul during the Friday prayers. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack. And now, cricket. Pakistan has set a victory target of 263 runs in a World Cup warm-up match against Afghanistan at Bristol. Batting first, Pakistan scored 262 runs all out in 47.5 overs. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in Malak and Hazara divisions, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. To end the news, here once again are some of the headlines. The foreign minister at a meeting with his Iranian counterpart in Islamabad has said Pakistan will continue its reconciliatory efforts for peace and reducing tension in the region. The Chinese Vice President will arrive in Islamabad on Sunday on a two-day official visit to Pakistan. The International Monetary Fund says its program for Pakistan will expedite the economic progress and bring improvement in the social sector. Those were some of the headlines, and that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.